Kippur. Now to a heartbreaking story. An Army veteran now fighting a battle against the U.S. Army. That's because they took away the dog that had served in Afghanistan right alongside Specialist Brent Gromit. The soldier was supposed to be allowed to adopt his dog Maddie when he got home, but that didn't happen. And joining us, the soldier's father, Don Gromit. Don, this is like this is a very sad story, but tell the viewers what happened.
Well, my son, when he was at Fort Campbell, he was selected to be a K-9 TED handler. He went to Indiana and was trained in TED dog handling, and from there he went to Arizona and did all of his federal certifications and was deployed to Afghanistan. Him and his dog served very bravely in Afghanistan. They saved many lives, and they themselves were injured in a bomb blast. Now, the military veterans are saying that Maddie was not injured by the bomb blast, that he has a supracondyle cyst on one of his knees. Well, whether it was caused by the bomb blast or whether it wasn't, the dog came home and was crippled. My son came home with spinal injuries, PTSD, hearing loss, and migraine headaches. And according to the Robbie Law that President Clinton signed into law back in 2000, my son should have been given his dog without ever being questioned. According to the Robbie Law, if a handler is injured, the dog automatically becomes the property of the handler. And this wasn't followed. My son filled out adoption papers before he left Kuwait. When they arrived back from the long flight where my son slept on his dog's crate in an aircraft flying back from Kuwait, he was met at the airport, which was an air base in New Jersey, somewhere around in there. He's not really for sure because it was late at night. He was given 10 minutes to say goodbye to his dog before they took his dog and put his dog in a metal kennel truck and hauled his dog off. As the dog was leaving the area, the last thing my son saw of his dog was the dog trying to dig its way out of the kennel, chew its way through the bars, and crying. When my son got home and told me this, I just, I was like, it's okay, it's okay. The Robbie Law says that you will get your dog. I looked and looked, and we never heard anything,
and let me just hit, and now apparently the dog has been adopted by another family. So now we've got your son and the other family both wanting this dog, and the dog's now been with the other family for a year, right?
Right, not quite a year. It won't be a year until February the 2nd.
And this was all a mistake by the military, and the military made this horrible mistake, and it's just like, to me, it breaks my heart. I don't know what the solution is, but Don, it's like I wish I could fix this one for you and for the other family. I just don't know what to do. But, I hope that somehow this turns out, I don't know how, but I wish this hadn't happened as it has. But thank you for joining us, Don.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Gretchen.